All right, we in the garage here. Just I have a tendency to check on stuff, make sure the door's locked and lights are off before I retire to upstairs for the night. But garage is slowly becoming a clutter mess again, right? Not really. Well, I'm working on a shed. If you watch my previous video, you see that I'm working on a shed. So I take stuff out of the shed that's on the opposite side of the house. That's already done up and whatever it came with the house. And these are the tools that I'm working with: some level, some speed square, got my nails, my surge, impact driver, DeWalt, awesome circular saw. The little Milwaukee one was bogged down, but I mean, I was cutting 2x4. My main tool bag, which I've just thrown random stuff in. Definitely the bag to just like a little husky bag. Throw my random stuff in. Yeah. Still working on a paint. I mean, I said it a million times, but I still got a little strip of paint to do, right? So it's just there. Still got my little paint stuff there, the cardboard, blower, so I can blow all the sawdust and stuff when I'm working on the shed. Just keep it clean. Machete that I was using today, when I go out in the morning, got my knife, my tape measure, gloves, my sweater, my boots, all this stuff. Gotta donate this TV along with some more stuff. Paint the door, hung it up. Save that light or throw it out or something. I don't know. This Lockley light deadbolt. I'll see if I can put it on that door. It allows me to open it via biometrics and stuff, much like the one that's on that door and the one that's on our front door to the house. It's pretty cool. So far, so good. They're expensive, but they do work. We have not used a key in this house, and we have the keys on our person, but I mean, this little button on the side. Yeah, it works. So, anyway. Building stuff on the shed, or not building stuff on the shed, but the stuff is moved away from the wall because got my hose reel and that's the power strip right there on the reel. Trying to mount those, just got to get to it, do it, get it done. And then I bought a second Dust Right hose reel. I bought a Cox before, but those things, they wobble when you're rolling them up. So I got a Dust Right from Rockler and it works perfect. So I need to I'm gonna try the original hose that this Metrovac came with. It's a bit thicker, but I might have to find that hose, that orange hose, that 50-foot hose. It's more flexible. I like it, and use that for the blowing off the ear. That produces warm air, dry filtered air, and you can use it to blow off a car. So we'll see, but we'll try this original hose. That's why this stuff is pulled away from the wall, so I can get to it and install those things. Body, what's this thing called? A hydraulic telescopic transmission jack. These are the arms, the foot pump, the handle, the top of it, and here's the main unit. Didn't buy it for its intended purpose. I bought it so I can, this what do you call it? This Mueller Kebs stand that has a bunch of random stuff on it. I bought it so I can change it out, because if this thing is filled up like it is right now and you go to undo this thing, it's just gonna drop on you. There's no way to raise it or lower it conveniently. So I bought this. It has a bigger base. I bought it on eBay. It has a larger base than this little lip will give you. So I'm thinking about using some metal strips or some kind of metal to extend it out and still use the original bolt holes somehow. But this thing, I'm pretty sure the unit is, this part of it you can't necessarily drill into it unless you're gonna compromise it, because obviously this is the foot pump right here, and then obviously it's probably hollow to a certain degree that allows you to transmit that hydraulic fluid upwards and whatever. So I'm probably gonna use the original holes on the side figure out a way. I got a welder now, so maybe it's a good time to come up with something. And then if I can make it work, I'm gonna paint it black. I'm pretty much gonna paint it the same as this Mueller Keps thing, you know, to a certain extent. Green and black, get rid of the blue. I'll leave the labeling on it just for whatever, but it's whatever. So that's a fun project that I have that I'm steaming on. That's why this cardboard thing is here. I can literally throw it back in the box and clean this up. The door is still off. It is what it is. We'll get to it. We'll get to put the door back on, install the second quick jack 7000 over there on that side, and yeah, hopefully when my shed is built, I can take out this Milwaukee pack out that's filled with rattle cans. Clean up this this area right here that slowly, I mean, any flat surface slowly, you know, catches mess. Intentionally not put stuff up here. That's what I hate about this box. I hate this little top area, because once you put stuff up here, it's like, it's a mess, right? So intentionally left that stuff. Haven't put anything on the wall yet. Like I said, I'm gonna mount the hose reel and the electrical hose in the corner. Boom, that's done. That's talked about. Got a little tool haul stat building up there. Rub it. I don't know when I'll get to the video. I mean, I can do it right now, but I got one more thing coming in. Actually, I got two more things that are due to me, but one is delayed due to severe weather, and the next one is, well, I guess it wasn't completely ready to be shipped, and I got to arrange shipping stuff. So it's a pretty nice unit. Whenever I get it, I'll do a video on it. Pretty nice unit, but you know me, I'm not about buying, well, I'll buy like small wrenches and stuff again. Like I'll buy stuff that is like either discontinued, because do I really care about warranty? Yeah, no, really not really. I've never warranted anything, because again, I'm not a professional, so I'm not breaking stuff. But I do buy stuff that's discontinued that I like, or stuff that is hard to find. I don't know. But also going away from wrenches, I'm buying like shop equipment, because eventually I want to open my own shop, right? So I'm starting an investment now. If I can know how to use the tools, then when I have people working for me, then I can know if they're misusing them, or I can teach them how to use it properly. So that's the reason and the logic. And then I like tools, right? I mean, I do a bit of everything. Some people focus on automotive, like I'm automotive, woodworking, construction, gardening, and I do everything. If it can be done, I'll do it. I'll try anything. What else? Intentionally, it's been raining. Intentionally haven't let the wife park in here, because this garage door, it needs to be trimmed. The little edge that I created, is still, you know, interfering with the garage door. It's still sensing contact at the edge, so I just need to trim it off, and then she can park in here, because she's the type of person, she backs out, she's not looking at the garage door closing, and she's off to the races. So I can't have that, right? The garage door will open. In fact, from outside, you hear this very audible click when it closes. It typically goes down and comes back up once, and then you close it, and then once this engaged, you know it's locked. So I really like this thing. It'd be nice to have a second one on the opposite side, because this unit has a means to have two of these, but I think the cord would have to be a little bit longer for it to work, because right now this cord is a little bit short, so it's not going to have the run to reach over that side, come crawl all the way across, and then get over here. So far so well, you know. I had to replace the wires because I think I nicked it, and then I was very cautious about the secondary wires that I got. So that's working. And then I gotta fix this tetanus sensor. Someone said it might have been this roller that needs to be tightened up. So that's a video for YouTube. A couple videos, learn how to be safe with that thing, because it has a lot of tension on it. If not, hire a technician to come out here and fix it. And then hopefully this thing will work right. It's just that when it comes down, when it goes up, it works fine. But when it's supposed to sense coming down, keeping tension on that thing in case the wire is broken. But when it reaches about some point in time, it does a little jerking motion, and it just like the sensor connects and disconnects, and it just goes back up. Some point in time, I want to paint these garage door tracks. Eventually I will. I just got a million projects going on. So if you watched my previous video, I got the shed going on. It was perfect because it got me got me a second win on the front, on the landscaping in the front of the house, where when the house was bought, there were some bushes out there, and they had so much slug in there. It was just gross. And I took a pick. And I just chopped into it, pulled all that stuff out, took it to the landfill. Actually, it was sitting on my truck for a couple of days. I wonder if slug had gotten into the truck. But anyway, took those to the landfill, and it's just been bare out there, just bare ground. And landscaping rocks, like the little small pebble rocks. So I was able to shovel up those rocks and take it and build a base of the foundation of the shed, after I had laid out the frame. And if you haven't seen that video, the light should come on automatically. Built the platform for a shed. So that's the next series of video that's going up. I already laid out my 2x4s. That's going to be, the shed is going to be about 12 foot long, and then it cuts off right there and then goes to 6 feet, just so I can get my ladder in here. But the walls are going to be about 12 foot tall. So it's pretty cold outside. There you go. You can kind of see it. Anyway, door locks. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Like, landscaping the front yard, building a second shed so I can get some larger stuff stored. Finishing the garage, making sure it's complete, fully functional the way I want it. And then the rest of the house interior, I got the floor that I got to redo. I got, backsplash in the kitchen. I got the new microwave I got to install, the new dishwasher. I haven't installed those because I don't want to have to take them down. I did the range and the fridge because those can slide, but I don't want to install the new microwave and dishwasher just because when I have to redo the cabinets, I don't want to have to take them down. So the house is a mess. My wife is not happy about it. I've heard her making small comments and stuff, but the main reason for focusing on the garage is so I can have access to the tools I need. So I guarantee you, if the car comes home with a check engine light or something, it's going to be like, hey, the check engine light is on, and she's off to the races doing her thing, taking care of the kids, whatever, talking to her cousins, and I got to figure it out, right? Well, if I don't have a functional garage, I can't work. I'm sorry. That's not, if I don't have a place to store my tools, or if all my tools are jumbled up like they are, if my shed looks like this, then it doesn't give me the benefit of using my tools. I'll never know I have a freaking, I don't know, some lock wire down there. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. So, or this stud finder, if everything is cluttered. So that's the primary purpose for working on this portion of the house, the garage and the sheds first, so I can have stuff situated. And then it makes it more efficient when you start working on the bigger projects, like painting and interior of the house, like floor and all that stuff. I'm not saying it can't be done. It just makes it more fun. And when you have all your tools, which I know I do have, but right now they're not organized as efficiently, right? So obviously I'll never get to the point where they're fully organized, but to some degree, and that's why I'm building that shed, because my table saw is currently broken down. My miter saw is broken down. My router, my planer is currently broken down. A couple more things are broken down, and they're actually in the house, at the front of the house, in a spot that we don't use, in a box still for moving. So gotta get those things up and running, even if I'm not gonna use them directly, but I don't know, it's fun to see them. Anyway, I'm just blabbering on it this time. I came out here to check lights, and lights are checked. I'll make sure they're off. Did I say there was a tool hall building over there? There's a tool hall building. So we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, projects upon projects. I got to paint the exterior of the house, pressure wash. I'll pressure wash the driveway, all that stuff. For instance, my pressure washer is so buried right now. I'd have to do an hour of moving shit, to pardon my language, an hour of moving stuff to get to my pressure washer before I can start a pressure washing job on my own property. So those are the things I'm trying to avoid. You know, I got parts from my Tacoma projects backed up. But sometimes you just gotta take stuff. Take time for yourself, take time for your family. Work takes time for itself. That's a given, so I'm not concerned there. That's allocated. But yeah, this stuff, it's not really cluttered. It has a space. This stuff goes back in this box. It goes back in the corner. That stuff goes back against the wall. You know, all that stuff. This stuff goes back to the shed, and we're clean again. So super excited about just bringing the car in here, getting it on the lift, using my new Esco jack stands, which are, well, you can see one of them right there, the yellow. There's 4 of them. You know, just doing something simple like an oil change, checking my car, annotating what's wrong, and the list keeps growing, and I never get to fix it, right? Because I'm confident about that it's not gonna leave me on the side of the road. But eventually I'll get there. But yeah, using this lift, just coming in here, enjoying this garage. I've always wanted a nicer garage, because I come in here, I chill, I open the door, the kids are out there riding their bikes in the driveway. I park a car in front of the driveway on the street so they can't ride out in the street. At least they'll ride on the sidewalk. And I sit in here, I listen to my music, I'll, brainstorm projects and stuff. But anyway, 60 minutes in, this is where the garage is at. Like I said, small things, but it will get done. And if it doesn't get done, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So anyway, like me always say, like on a editing.